Yes, I'm back. If you guys hadn't been paying attention to my channel social tab, basically my PC which I use to edit my video has been out for 2 weeks now, and I just got a new one this week. Anyways, what we have with us is Night Edge, a brand new dungeon crawling game by Lightfox Game, a fairly new studio. While Night Edge seems to be their very first game. Without further ado, let's get into it. Night Edge is a dungeon crawling game with controls very similar to the mighty Quest for Epic Loot, or the father of this kind of game, White Cat Project in Japanese, or better known as Rune Story, which has been shut down in the US. Anyways, not to say they are exactly same, since how this game works is a little bit different than those two, as the dungeon crawling system is very similar to Catopia Rush, which I had reviewed like 2-3 months ago from the date of this video being made. It works on a 3 vs 3 2-lane concept. Whoever kills the final boss first wins. While, of course, other than just clearing the dungeons, one can warp themselves over to the other lane to sabotage their opponent. A pretty fresh concept, to be honest. I kinda like how it works. But what I don't get is, despite the first mission is called tutorial, there isn't any tutorial at all. But since this is my video, I'm gonna walk you through. Doing a quick swipe, your character will do a dodge action, while you need to wait for the refresh bar at the middle of your joystick to fill up again before you can perform another dodge roll. Tapping or holding down on the screen makes your character does normal attack. Although I prefer tapping since I find it buggy whenever I hold down onto the screen. My character would just walk off in the middle of performing an attack. Also, the skill bar can be used every time it fills up with no mana cost need. The perks is like a level system where it refreshes every 2 rounds. Basically, you can pick from 2 perks whenever the buff fills. Getting additional experience point while it is filled would not brought over to the next level, so make sure you pick your perks as soon as the bar fills up every time. It also works like Clash Royale system, where the equipment needs to be leveled up by collecting duplicate cards of it. You can continue to do quests to obtain chests so that you can power up your gears, but just note that if you are a paid player, doesn't matter how much you spend, just having the battle pass alone, the reward you get is so stupidly more than free to play, and the reward is so much better. Now to the goods and bads of this game. Honestly, I can't see any good value in it other than how fresh the concept, the ideas the developer has. Before I jump into the negative points, let me just say this game has just been released less than a week from when this video is recorded. These are my personal opinions, and who knows, maybe the developer would get it fixed in near future. First off, why isn't there any tutorial despite the first 2 stages is called tutorial and training stage? I have been playing a stupid amount of mobile games, even Japanese gacha game, religiously for the past 10 years. This mechanic isn't anything new for me, but think about the players that pick up this kind of game for the first time. I mean, we can't expect everyone to be a weeb like me. Second, after the first 2 stages, players are transferred into real 3 vs 3 match. How can I tell? Because the way they move are not like bot, also the waiting time for real player is a lot longer most of the time. Depends on their connection. While playing with bots, there almost aren't any load time at all. This is not a bad thing usually, but the stupid part is how imbalanced the game is for paid players. Imagine getting into my 3rd match of the game, which means right after my training stage, my teammates and me are literally getting harassed by paid players which warp to our lane. That guy single-handedly wrecked all 3 of us alone. I mean, yes, paid players with better gears, higher level, it makes sense when they win against free-to-play players, but not in a scenario of 1 vs 3. Am I afraid to lose? No. I lost my 5th game as well, but the game is a lot closer and not as unbalanced as the one I experienced on the third round. Why am I trying so hard to make a case for the free-to-play players? Cause no matter what online multiplayer loot boxes game you play, it needs free-to-play players to survive. This is coming from a guy who play many loot boxes game and spend way too much on them as well. Third, the game is just aren't as polished as the others which I used as reference at the start of this video. Even Catopia Rush felt much more polished compared to Night Edge when it first launched. Would I recommend this game to you guys? Well, if you don't mind putting in a small amount of money, it probably would be fun for you. But still, I would strongly recommend picking up the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot over Night Edge at its current state, or Whitecap Project if you have no problem playing a game in Japanese language only. There are also a community which is fairly active in Facebook groups if you guys needed help with it. That's all for me. Leave a like if you like this video and subscribe if you are new here. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of it, and I will see you guys in the next one.